releasing a mist, something like that.
How are you in there so long?
Hello everyone and welcome to the Blue Blouse channel. Now in today's video I'm going to share with you 5 ways how to moisturize your hair. And when I say that, I don't mean water alone, I actually mean water or oil. So when I say moisture, I'm actually talking about lubrication for the hair. How to keep your hair pliable so that you don't get single strand knots.
Hair actually meant reducing the incidence of single strand knots. Split ends give you single strand knots as well.
The comb or the brush can run easily through your hair, things like that. All right. And if you're new here, I welcome you. And if you're old, I welcome you same way, because without you, my YouTube door would be closed. All right. I'm going to show you something. You see this? This is a result of a new edge control that I was trying. I actually started recording this video and I just went off on a tangent.
And I did it yet again.
Not sticking to the point and actually mixing the products that I was supposed to present to you. So I am just going to show you the edge control that I have at the front of my hair. I put it in my hair 7:10 p.m. and I'm actually timing it with the recording of this video. This is actually the Fashion Wax and Wax. It looks like by MK, and this is number 6. If you actually watch my previous product haul, I reviewed number 3, which comes in green packaging, in my product haul video. I will link it somewhere above, right? So this is number 6. So I guess this is supposed to be double strength of the other edge control, I guess. So we'll see how this works. I'm actually doing it to prove a point that edge control don't actually work in my hair. I've worked with the green one before. I mean, it does something, but let's see if this does double what the green one does. I mean, I had planned to review that one, but honestly, I can't find where that product turned. I have combed so many heads of hair and been to a few houses. I don't know where I left that product, but I actually picked up this one when I saw it the other day. So now, let's get right into the video. I have 3 categories for you: the single product approach, the dual product approach, and the multi-product approach. All right, let's begin with the single product approach. Number 1, we have water. A lot of people use water as a moisturizer, but I find that for my type 4 hair, I tend not to use plain water alone or even use it that often as I see they do here on YouTube. More than likely, if you see somebody using water to moisturize their hair, they have it in a spray bottle releasing a mist, something like that. So it's not usually a drench, it's usually a mist.
The point of using a spray bottle is actually to control the amount of water that you use. You know how that brittle bottle goes when too much water goes in your hair and it shrinks and dries again. Ugh.
All right. Another thing about water, you can use it alone or you can use it to reactivate product that is already in your hair that has dried out. You know, like when you use a leave-in conditioner or a regular conditioner and you know your hair has been there for a few days and it has dried out. A lot of people use water to reactivate that product in the hair. And especially if you've done a wash and go with something like a Shea Moisture or Kinky Curly Not Today, instead of putting more products on to refresh the hair, sometimes you just spray your hair with water and the product reactivates itself. So number 2 under the single product approach is moisturizers. So whether they are oil-based or water-based.
Or cream-based. How you feel about that, lady?
Let me give you an example of a water-based moisturizer. So the Cantu Shea Butter was a very popular product back in the day and still is. I mean, a lot of people don't like it now and a lot of people still use that OG product. But that is an example of a water-based moisturizer. An example of an oil-based moisturizer is the good old pink lotion. Do you notice when you use pink lotion and you wipe it in your hair, it tends to have that little oily feel after you rub it in your hair. So that is an example of a oil-based moisturizer. And then you have what they call creams. So it's not an oil, but it's not watery either. Kind of in between. I think a good cream-based moisturizer is the one done by, I think it's ORS. So their daily moisturizer, I tend to find that it's creamy. It's not so oily, but it's not so watery either. Kind of in between. Number 3 is oils, right? That is my favorite moisturizing product. Some people will say, well, you use oils by itself. Yes, people. Do you know the history of Jamaican black castor oil? People in Jamaica have been using castor oil for many, many years to grow their hair. The only reason why it was under the radar for so long is because of the scent, really. My grandmother and my grandmother's friends, when I speak to them, they say, yes, man, I know that castor oil can grow the hair, but oh my gosh, when you parch that thing and beat it, the scent of the charred beans is so strong. Trust me, what you're getting on the market now smells good compared to traditionally boiled castor oil, alright? So, in the oil category, you have natural oils and you have synthetic oils. My favorite of the two, though, is synthetic oils, particularly petroleum or petrolatum products. My favorite synthetic oil is a famous Blue Magic. Let me tell you why I prefer synthetics. I prefer synthetics because they are usually heavier than natural oils. I mean, castor oil comes close in thickness with petroleum or petrolatum based products, but I really like petroleum products for the simple fact that I can be lazy and they are thicker. Alright, you see, for my hair type now, the castor oil, I have to be using it like every day, every other day. You see, when I put this Blue Magic in my hair, wham bam, thank you ma'am, maybe one time for the week or twice for the week is when I'm using this. And it's also cheaper. So number 1, I'm lazy.
I wonder how you so proud of your laziness there.
Number 2, it's cheaper than natural oils. Sometimes when I'm feeling guilty that, you know, I should be on the more natural side, I will actually mix the natural oils in here. I especially like to throw castor oil or olive oil in my synthetic oils so that I can, you know, have a little extra benefit than just the raw petroleum product. You know what I'm saying? So I just particularly like them because they are thick. They make my hair lubricated for longer. They just last longer in the hair than using natural oil.
I have an extra tip for you. You see, traditionally, when you're using Blue Magic, Dax, or even Purlene on wash day, you actually plait your hair up and you leave it till the next day. You will see better results. If you haven't been trying that, you need to try it like that. The exception is when you blow dry your hair. Also, if you wear a stocking cap under your wig every day, it prevents the hair from drying out, and that also preserves your edges.
And if I should keep buying natural oils, it just, you know, runs up my pocket for no reason. It's not like I want to grow Rapunzel hair. Yes, I want to grow it long. It's inexpensive and I'm lazy. So I don't have to moisturize my hair as often as if I was using jojoba oil or olive oil, alright? For the natural oil category, my favorite is castor oil because it's thick and because it lubricates and I don't have to moisturize as often. And yes, oil can be used alone. Now we're gonna take the dual product approach. I've talked about water, moisturizers, and oils. I'm gonna just give you the honorable mentions, alright? So the first combination that I have for you is oil and water. So some people, they use the Blue Magic and they mist the hair with a little bit of water. Because you know that if you're using oils too long after wash day and you don't really, you know, re-wet the hair a little bit, it's gonna be a little bit brittle. So to actually balance back the hair, you just add a little bit of water, nothing to drench or shrink the hair, just add a little bit. The next combination we have is the same leave-ins or moisturizers in combination with the oil. Lots of people, when they combine their leave-ins and their oils, they tend not to use water because a lot of the moisturizers already have water in them. So you just use a leave-in and you use the oil and that's it. Now, I'm going to take the combination approach or the multi-product approach.
In this segment, I'm going to be talking about the LOC and the LCO methods. These are two of the highest forms of moisturization, especially when your hair is loose. You can take a chance with the others, when your hair is braided or twisted up, but this one is especially for when your hair is loose.
Now, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of the LCO method, which is liquid, cream, and oil. This is the most popular way how to moisturize your hair and to keep it moisturized for a long time. But it can be a little bit expensive. It's worth it and it works. I've been down that road before, but it can get a little expensive, all right? So the liquid stands for literally anything that is water-based, right? So pure water itself or any type of mist or spray. Then you have cream, which is, a creamy moisturizer like the Cream of Nature one or the olive oil or even Optimum. And then you have oil, which is any natural oil or synthetic oil. So examples of natural oils are castor oil, jojoba oil, avocado oil, grapeseed oil, orange oil. And examples of the synthetics, of course, are the lovely Blue Magic, vitamin E oil, lanolin, anything like that. So the second combination method you can use now is the LOC method. It's similar to LCO, except that the order is different. So you put in your liquid first, then you put in your oil, and then you put in your cream. You put in your water or your water-based moisturizer or your aloe vera juice, whatever you're using. Then you put in the oil, whether you want to use castor oil, Blue Magic, lanolin, mineral oil, Vaseline. You put in the cream, which is something like Cantu olive oil moisturizer by ORS, Cream of Nature. Pretty much the store-bought moisturizers would be your cream. And those are my 5 ways on how to moisturize your hair. Listen, man, the meeting call to order now at 10:40 p.m. This is like 3.5 hours later. So, catch that. It has curled all the way back up. Not bad if you ask me, compared to what I was working with before. I mean, it kind of leaves a white cast, but if my whole head is white, who is going to see the line of demarcation between the hair that doesn't have edge control and the hair that does? So basically, I've been sitting on my bed for 3.5 hours. My final verdict is this. It does do something, but if I was more active, like when I'm going out, it would have been melted off a long time ago. So I'd say give this it get a 6 out of 10 from me. It never do too bad. Like if you're just going somewhere and you're sitting still and you're sitting pretty, you can wear it. But if you're going outside and you're going to walk up and down in the hot sun and things like that, me not think so. But you get a 6 out of 10 from me. It's actually better than the first one. And it's definitely better than Ocean Gel. I don't know who invented that one, but Ocean Gel no work on my hair. It would definitely work on people with cream hair and people with low porosity hair, where the product just sit down on top of their hair. It worked for them. But my hair, it just soaks up everything. My hair soaks up everything. So things like Ocean and Let's Jam and Shine and Jam, it don't work on my hair because all my hair is gonna do is just. This one seems to have a little bit of a cast on the outside, so I guess they have some protein product in there. Anyway, that's bye from me and my greasy face. And yes, my tank is navy blue. And before I shut out my video, this is 30 minutes. Wow. And that is a surprise. You can see that this edge has started to curl up already, but it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Bye.